Hello, this is Wisdom Library. Today we've prepared a special story for 20-somethings struggling with anxiety. Instead of discussing how to eliminate anxiety, we'll explore how to discover your authentic self through it. New York, 2025. A 20-something wakes to their smartphone alarm. They immediately open Instagram to see friends' travel photos and peers' job announcements. Then they compare their reality to these curated moments, falling into deep powerlessness. Is this person unique? Currently, over 500,000 young adults have given up both job seeking and education. They're NEET. Anxiety disorder patients increased 86.8% in 4 years, and 20-something household wealth uniquely decreased among all age groups. This isn't individual weakness. Remarkably, one philosopher predicted this phenomenon 200 years ago, Denmark's Søren Kierkegaard. He called this state the dizziness of freedom. Anxiety is the reality of freedom as the possibility of possibility. If you find this perspective on anxiety's meaning intriguing, please join us with a subscription and like. Now let's delve deeper into Kierkegaard's insights. First, we must distinguish anxiety from fear. Fear has clear objects: snakes, exams, unemployment. But anxiety has no object. It's emotion toward nothingness, vertigo toward undetermined possibilities themselves. Imagine someone at a cliff's edge. They feel fear about the possibility of falling, but simultaneously, they feel dizzying vertigo about their freedom to jump themselves. This is anxiety. You're anxious because you're free. Kierkegaard saw humans progressing through 3 existential stages. First is aesthetic existence, pursuing sensual pleasures. What does 2025's aesthetic existence look like? Measuring self-worth by social media likes, proving existence through flex culture consumption, and going all in on cryptocurrency for quick, high returns. But this pleasure-seeking inevitably leads to emptiness and boredom. Young adults escaping emptiness flee to ethical existence. They try following society's normalcy script: elite college admission, resume building, corporate employment in a predetermined track. But the problem is these game rules no longer function. 500,000 NEET young adults swing between aesthetic existence's emptiness and ethical existence's impossibility. When frustrated at the ethical stage, they escape to the aesthetic stage, and when aesthetic emptiness peaks, they re-challenge the ethical stage, a vicious cycle. This is ultimate despair's identity. So what's the way out? Kierkegaard proposes leaping to religious existence. This is the leap of faith, making subjective choices without objective guarantees. Not from confidence that this is the answer, but from desperation that I can't stay here anymore. What does leap of faith mean for 21st century young adults? Choosing heart-stirring work without guaranteed return on investment. Listening to inner voice instead of others' evaluations. We can interpret Kierkegaard's God as your own absolute values. Kierkegaard said, we must escape the crowd to become individuals. Today's crowd is algorithms. Living by YouTube and Instagram recommendations, judging value by like counts, using everyone else does it as behavioral standards. Individuals, however, have their own judgment criteria and make solitary but subjective choices. So how can we practice concretely? First is cognitive leap, recognizing and reconstructing automatic negative thought patterns. Practice changing "no big corp means life over" to multiple paths to success exist, and failed again to what can I learn from this experience. Second is mental leap, finding inner center through meditation and reflection. Turn off social media feeds and listen to your inner voice. Practice observing yourself without judgment for even 10 minutes daily. And ask yourself, what do I truly want? Third is existential leap, building your own value system. Through value clarification work, determine what's more important, stability or growth, achievement or contribution. Start with small experiments. Try living differently for 1 month. To summarize the core, anxiety is proof of freedom. It signals from possibilities you haven't chosen yet. Don't fear anxiety. Embrace it as opportunity for becoming your new self. This is the wisdom Kierkegaard left us 200 years ago. Here are first steps you can start today. Create time for self-dialogue instead of social media feeds. Ask yourself, what do I truly want? Execute one small subjective choice. Leaping isn't one dramatic event, but daily accumulated small acts of courage. What we explored today: Kierkegaard's anxiety theory, modern youth's existential crisis, and solutions through leap of faith. How do you receive this? There's no right answer. Digest it in your own way. Share your own leap of faith experiences in the comments. If you're contemplating choices right now, let's discuss them together. If you'd like to continue this philosophical exploration together, please support us with subscription and likes. See you next time.